Can't be a pro if you only have one trick.
All right.
He's gonna take them all on. Eraserhead.
So he has
Multiple tricks.
multiple tricks of his one quirk.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's React. I'm Kenny and this is Montana.
And today we're going to be reacting to episode 10 of My Hero Academia, Encounter with the Unknown.
Ooh.
Encounter.
Ominous, yes. The encounters are going to be countered very highly since there was a lot of villains and a lot of
encounters.
Hero students.
I'm most looking forward to seeing the villains' superpowers.
They're what? They're quirks.
Fuck, you're right. I'm really looking forward to seeing the villains' quirks.
Yeah, maybe they'll be really quirky. Who knows? If you're excited for this episode, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below for My Hero Academia coming every Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait and want to see these episodes ahead of My Hero Academia, Code Geass, and Demon Slayer, check out the Patreon linked in the description below where they are all posted in their extended, ad-free, uncut forms. But are we excited for episode 10 of My Hero Academia?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.
Dunderheads, this video was brought to you by the incredible members of the Let's React Patreon. If you want access to a ton of exclusive perks, check out the link in the description below. Have a good day, Twinkle Toes!
My Hero Academia.
My Hero? Oh, what the fuck is that? That's what I was talking about.
Stay back! This is real. Those are villains.
This isn't part of the game.
Yeah.
The only real heroes I see are 13 and Eraserhead. Perplexing. According to the schedule we retrieved from you, All Might should be here as well.
So you scumbags used the press as a cover and sneaked onto campus.
Yep.
It wasn't the same mechanism.
Yep.
It was just the same period.
Exactly.
All right.
Where is he? I went through the trouble of bringing so many friends who were eager to
Whoa.
meet him. They want All Might, the great symbol of peace. I can't believe he's not here. Maybe if I kill a few kids,
Is that him talking?
Yes.
Is that the shadow person?
The shadow person was the yes and the
Yeah, gotcha.
And this guy is the guy who's like crunchy voice.
Very interesting. Is it Vacuum Man?
What?
Is he like a vacuum man? And the like
That's interesting.
suction nose anteater?
That day we learned what the pro heroes are really up against. The darkness they face to keep us safe. We looked at these villains, and pure evil stared back.
All right. Encounter with the Unknown, episode 10.
What? Real villains? No way. How could so many of them get into a UA facility this secure?
Yeah, 13. Why aren't the alarms going off?
Good question. I'm not sure.
Is the entire campus under attack? Or is this their only target?
Interesting idea.
Then one of these villains must have a quirk that's masking their presence here. They carefully chose this isolated facility as an entry point at a time when a class was being taught. They're fools for trespassing here. But they've thought this out. Whatever their plan, they must have a
Pretty smart.
Yeah.
13, get them out of here and alert the main campus. Actually, if they've got the ability to block our sensors, then they might be jamming our regular communications too.
What are you gonna do? You can't fight them on your own. There's too many of them. Even if you can nullify their quirks, your fighting style's not suited for this.
Yeah.
You can't be a pro if you only have one trick.
All right.
He's gonna take them all on.
So he has multiple quirks.
Multiple tricks.
Multiple tricks of his one quirk. Just kidding. Oh my goodness.
Crazy good with those robes.
That's...
Bet you can't erase the quirk of a heteromorphic type like me, can you?
Yeah, you're right.
Oh! That was cool. Interesting.
How sick is he?
That's cool.
Which one of you gutter punks is next?
He is strong, and since he's hiding behind those goggles, you can't tell whose quirk he's erasing.
Okay, smart. Oh, jeez.
The worst thing about dealing with pros is when they live up to all their hype.
Sick. Isn't he cool?
That is really cool.
He's so skilled. Mm-hmm. Like a 40-on-1. He's just taking them all. That's
yeah, right.
Crazy.
Oh shit.
There is no escape for you.
Damn. I blinked and the guy who seems like the most trouble got away.
That's why he can't ever blink.
Yeah, right.
We are the League
Never
of
blink.
Villains. I know it.
Did you hear that?
The League of Villains.
They're
yeah.
the League of
It's a
Villains.
pleasure to meet you. We are the League of Villains. I know it's
Oh boy.
impolite, but we decided to invite ourselves into this haven of justice to say hello. And besides, isn't this a fitting place for All Might, the symbol of peace, to take his last breath?
What?
I believe he was supposed to be here today, and yet I see no sign of him. There must have been some sort of change in plans we could not have foreseen. Well.
Good luck
in the end,
punching
it
Mist.
doesn't matter. I still have a role to play.
Good observation.
Did you think we were just gonna stand around and let you tear this place to shreds?
Damn, they missed. Get it?
I'll scatter you across this facility to meet my comrades.
Oh,
and
jeez.
your deaths.
Crap, what is this?
Oh my god, can we leave, please?
What's going on?
Kinda reminds me of the sardines.
So he's just transporting them around the place.
Alright. I mean, just get everyone
They must
out.
have a warping quirk. They came here to kill All Might. I guess it's a good thing he's not in class right now. But where is he?
So they came here just to get at All Might.
Wow.
What the heck?
First chapter.
Jesus Christ!
Nothing personal, kid, but you gotta die.
Yeah! Yeah! Fuck yeah.
She is awesome.
Amazing.
Sue is like, you were right about the water.
Yay!
Very smart.
For a frog, you've got some pretty big boobs, Sue. Perfect floaties.
Jesus Christ.
This dude. Fuck. He just
Saved
sucks.
my life, Asui.
I told you to call me Sue.
Suyu Asui. Her quirk, frog. It's pretty self-explanatory. She can basically do anything a frog can.
This is turning
Fuck
out to be
yeah.
a terrible day of class.
Yeah, I keep thinking about what that villain said.
All Might was supposed to be here today, and yet I see no sign of him. There must have been some sort of change in plans.
They knew our whole schedule and who would be here. They must have gotten into school files while we were all stuck in the cafeteria. The teachers were busy trying to get the media off school grounds. That means they've been waiting for the perfect time to attack, just like Todoroki said they were.
Hey, hold on a second! It's not like these guys can really kill All Might. Once he shows up, he'll pound these villains until there's nothing left!
Think about it though. If the villains spent so much time planning this attack, then they probably figured out a way to kill him. And didn't you hear what that smoke guy said?
Interesting.
Maybe we should worry more about not getting tortured to death.
It's where they go to All Might, you know?
Otherwise, we might not survive
Yeah.
long enough to see All Might again. And even if he does show up, who knows if he'll make it out in one piece.
No, the bros are gonna save us, right?
You bastards!
I really don't like those.
The water types.
No.
Asui might be right. If they're here for All Might, they may have a way to defeat him. They wouldn't have planned this attack if they didn't. But why him out of all the heroes? Because his very existence discourages villains and evil?
Because all for one is
Because he's the one and
transferable?
only-
Do you mean One for All?
Fuck. There's a song. It's actually just a saying.
Yeah.
Everyone
Oh,
knows
no,
that.
everybody knows that saying.
Everyone knows.
Yeah.
One for all for one?
Yeah. Everybody knows
No,
that
but
saying.
which one is it actually?
It's All for One and One for All. And
No,
One
I mean
for
in
All
the
is
show.
One for All is the, well, depends on what you mean by the show. Deku, it's
In-
One for All.
Okay, the power in My Hero Academia
Yeah,
that
it's-
Deku shares.
Deku's power that he shares with All Might in the show is One for All.
One for all.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Because his very existence discourages villains and evil?
Because One for All is
Because he's the one and only
transferable?
symbol of peace and justice?
Remember, nobody knows that.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
Because there's like a vibe component.
Of him being the symbol of peace?
Yeah. And like how he affects other people.
Matter.
Young man, you too can become a hero. Come on, fanboy! Show me that fighting spirit!
I don't care what their reasons are.
Welcome, young Midoriya.
Congrats on getting in.
I have to focus.
Fear not, citizens. Hope has arrived. Because I am here.
Oh, that freaking clip.
So great.
Head on! If they can beat him, then we have to stop whatever it is these bad guys are planning. We have to work together and keep All Might safe. No one at UA knows what's happening. This is up to us. Let's be heroes.
All right. That was cute. Nice.
Remember Todoroki?
For God's sake, you're adults. Put up a real fight.
Grow up.
Dang.
Ooh, okay.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah, very cool.
You haven't seen her power before.
A little freaked out by it.
There's just so many villains.
Yeah, right?
All right, so the stage has been set. Wow.
All right.
The number you have dialed is not in service or has been temporarily disconnected. Please check the number and then try again. Thank you.
That's the other thing. It's the same day where he's already spent all of his power.
Can't get through to 13 or Aizawa. Then again, they are teaching. Unlike me, I'm neglecting my duties because I spent the entire morning commute being heroic. An amateur move. What was I thinking? Maybe I should just show up and say something inspiring at the end. Yeah, get a good 10 minutes out of my hero form.
Time to join my students!
Hold your horses.
Hello, Nezu, sir.
That's me, the one who could be a mouse or a dog or a bear, though the only important thing is...
You're cute as shit. Okay.
Especially well-groomed and glossy today, sir.
The secret is keratin. I'm not sure that humans can get this kind of lustrous shine, but we can talk about grooming later. Look at the news. Shall I read it to you? It says you resolved 3 incidents in just 1 hour. The fault mainly belongs to the ruffians who still cause trouble in this city despite you being here.
Yeah, why would you do
also
that?
have to
Yeah,
learn how
right.
to react every time you hear of an incident. You haven't changed in all these years. You've always been proactive. Only now your
We're
heroism
wasting the
must be limited
form.
due to your injury. Plus,
What are we
you've
doing?
also got the added work of training One for All's successor. You insist on remaining the symbol of peace, and the only way you can justify staying out of the spotlight is by teaching. That's why I gave you this job. Oh dear, you're smoking. That can't be good. It looks like you need to stay here in the lounge and relax a little while longer. The other teachers will understand. They're more than capable. But now that you are a teacher here, All Might, I really do wish you'd prioritize your students over your hero work. After all, there are plenty of other hero agencies working throughout the city.
Yeah, you're right.
Chipper yet mean.
I was gonna head over to the USJ to make an appearance now, actually, if you don't mind.
Even if you went now, you'd have to return almost right away. So you might as well stick around and listen to some of my teaching philosophies.
Bro, they need him.
This is turning into a lecture.
Literally.
Here, drink up.
She's always so long-winded whenever there's tea involved. And I'm still a little concerned that I couldn't get in touch with 13 or Aizawa.
Let's start by discussing combat pedagogy as viewed through the lens of ethical quirk use.
Yeah, you haven't changed much all
Montana
these years
wants to be
either,
there.
sir.
I mean, tell me that's not a class you would take.
and it totally is. It's just the
The terminology's triggering.
No, it's more the idea of only having a limited time to do something and then be in a situation that just makes it so much worse as you're being lectured about how you need to not be making it worse.
Yeah.
It was like having a 3-hour conversation about how I wasn't spending enough time on my homework. It's like I would have been done with my homework if we had just not had this conversation.
Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, not good. He's being delayed.
No.
He was gonna
Oh,
go.
Yep. No.
Got them? Anything? Where is everyone? They've been scattered across the facility, but our classmates are still here.
What do we do? The guy's not affected by physical attacks and can apparently teleport stuff?
What if they're really mean to it?
Class rep,
Yes.
I have a job for you. Run to the school and tell the faculty what's going on here. And our phones and radios are useless right now.
Okay.
These villains must be to blame.
Send for backup.
Likely whoever is causing this interference hit as soon as they walked into the USJ. They could be anywhere. Possibly downtown. It'll be faster for you to run and get help.
It would be disgraceful for me to leave you all behind.
No emergency exit. There are lots of alarms
Emergency
outside. That's why
exit.
they're keeping all of us trapped inside the USJ, right?
As long as you can get outside, they won't follow. Blow this stupid mist away with those engine legs.
Use your quirk to save others. Be a real hero.
I mean, it's an important
It's a really
job.
interesting idea.
did when I floated you in the cafeteria. Okay? No prob. Please, class rep, do it.
Even if this is your only option, are you really foolish enough to strategize in front of your enemy?
That's not exactly ideal.
Maybe that was the strategy.
But the black hole quirk.
Amazing.
Pretty cool to just
Very
make
cool.
black holes.
Right? It's just like a massive suction and disappear.
The best plan is for us to just wait for a real pro from UA to come and save us!
Those villains down there clearly have an advantage in the water, and assume that's where we'll fight.
Are you even listening?
If that's
No.
the case, they must have known what was inside the USJ before they warped in.
Yeah, but for a group with such careful planning, one thing that really sticks out to me, they sent you here, Asui. Oh, whoops, I meant Sue! Yeah, they warped you to the shipwreck zone.
That kind of fell apart on you, didn't it?
A little bit.
But why does it matter that she's here?
It means the villains probably have no idea what our quirks are.
Ribbit, you've got a point.
Because why would they send
If they
somebody?
knew I was a frog,
Yeah.
they would have sent me into that fire zone over there instead of somewhere full of
okay.
water.
They probably
True.
separated us because they didn't know what we could do and planned to overpower us once we were in smaller groups. So they
Okay.
pick us off one by one. We can use that to our advantage. They don't know what our quirks are. So for all they know, the three of us could be super powerful. Look, none of them are trying to climb into the boat. That proves they're a little unsure, but that means they're not going to underestimate us either.
Smart
They're
thinking.
being
Yeah.
smart and playing it safe. For now.
I mean, maybe like a Wizard of Oz type thing could happen, where like you make it look like your skills are way better than they are.
Obviously, I can jump high and cling to pretty much any wall.
Amazing.
And of course, there's my tongue. I can stick it out about 20 meters.
Good
oh, yeah, and I
lord.
can spit out my stomach so I can clean it. That's not really useful.
Ooh.
Finally, I also secrete a toxic mucus. It just stings a bit.
Secrete mucus?
We could probably only use my jumping and my tongue here.
I figured you were powerful, but that's crazy. I'm strong, but it comes at a price. Once I use my power, I'm pretty much out of commission. It's a double-edged sword until I can control it.
I've got these sticky balls. Their strength varies. Depending on how I'm feeling, they might stick to something a whole day. They grow back as fast as I can pull them off.
It's a pretty
But
cool
I'll bleed
quirk.
if I use too many. Oh, and they don't
Can we
stick
like
to me.
throw them?
Bounce right off them.
So they don't stick to him.
Right.
They stick to other stuff.
Like a trampoline?
What do you even use it for?
There's gotta be a way.
Don't look at me like that! This is why I said we should wait for the real
You just got sticky balls.
battle and we're
Oh, you have an incredible power! Really, we just have to figure out how to use it!
I'm starting to get bored. Let's get the show on the road.
That's a great power. Now the ship's sinking.
Good observation.
Throwing things.
Oh, they all.
Guess your quirk?
What the hell are these things?
Wait, they're afraid to touch them.
Oh, because they don't know what they are. They could be explosives.
We'll be fully submerged.
I nearly gave it away.
And once they're in the water, they don't stand a chance against us.
So, Minetta, are you really sure the hero thing is right for you?
We're not to be scared right now! We just got out of junior high a little while ago! I didn't think I'd be facing death a few days after starting UA! I can't believe I'm gonna die without ever getting to touch the hero through the pill!
Listen up. An enemy that's certain
One
of their
thing on his
victory
mind.
is bound to make a mistake.
Actually,
All Might
several
said
things are
something
on
along
his
those
mind.
lines in a TV interview a while
Like
back.
sticky balls.
What does that mean?
Literally.
We can beat them.
Poor babies sound like they're crying for their mommies up there.
Hey now, don't forget Shigaraki told us to keep our guards up. We can't judge them by how old they are, but by their quirks. They could do anything. Of course, we'll definitely have an advantage in the water, so I'm not exactly worried for us.
Come on, act like cops on one!
Now die! Stupid move, kid!
Even if I use a smash, I can't get them all at once when they're in a circle like that. Besides, there are still other enemies outside of the shipwreck zone, so I can't sacrifice my arm just yet. Focus! Remember the image of the egg not exploding!
Egg in the microwave.
Even though he's as scared as I am, even though he's shaking, he's still going through with this.
Take this! Delaware!
Oh, we're spinning.
You mentioned the spinning.
Oh, there we go.
So now using her to jump over.
Very cool. Ew. Oh.
Hate that.
Don't like that at all.
How do you do it? You're acting so cool, and I'm not helping at all.
Nice. Sticky.
It's an upsetting feeling.
But you made a cyclone.
Okay. All right. Amazing.
But all the balls stuck together, so now they're...
Amazing.
So his work worked.
It's like rock candy.
Nice. So they made it out.
Very cool.
You really are so cool. Oh, by the way, hero. I am
Oh, jeez.
Dude.
Very scary. Oh my god.
And that is episode 10 of My Hero Academia.
Amazing. I love this show. This is so fun.
Yeah, but that sticky balls quirk, it's an example of like, what does this even do?
At first glance, it's like, this is just stupid. But there's a situation.
Yeah. And I think it's going to be fascinating to see more of that. But good to see the first part of that fight. But so you're loving this show thus far?
This is super, super fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Thank you for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you're excited for more My Hero Academia coming every Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait and want to see these episodes ahead of My Hero Academia, Code Geass, and Demon Slayer, check out the Patreon linked in the description below, where they are all posted in their extended, ad-free, uncut forms. We have a lot to discuss. Before we do that, where are we headed?
All right, let's review.
Thank you for watching. For now, we're going to go to questions given to us by our amazing Patreon members. If you want to ask us questions after every episode we watch, join the link in the description below and start asking. For now, let's go to question 1. Question 1. Violet asks, what do you think of Sue's character? They keep getting her name slightly wrong. Sue's character and her quirk. Do you think her quirk will be helpful in hero situations, and what do you think she'll excel/fail in?
Very, very cool. I really like the idea of like an exclusively biological, or not exclusively, but like a biological component of a superpower where it's like the animal that you are aligned with is like the way that you get your powers. I'm primarily picturing that quirks function in like an ODM gear type vibe of like, or like Spider-Man, where like you can swing with it, move things with it,
stick to walls.
When she mentioned the fire thing though, that brought up a concern for me that I didn't know I had, which is situationally, like frogs are very sensitive to that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And her quirk is like a little bit obvious.
Yeah.
So the like sticky ball thing made me realize how big of a deal it is if the people you're fighting know what your quirk is.
Yeah.
And how like big of a benefit keeping that secret actually is.
Yeah. And like how quickly in this fight they're actually going to be able to know what people's quirks are, which leads me to my second question, which is, Jinchurki87 asks, it looks like most of the class is keeping calm despite the situation. Do you think others will do as well as Deku's group did in their encounter, with a potential anti-All Might play still pending? Do you think the class will be able to hold out on their own for long? So How do you think they'll fare initially? Like, are they going to be like Deku in them, or like, what do you think the chances are?
I think it's going to depend on how easily the two quirks work together, because they've been like randomly paired up, right? Because the people who were pairing them up didn't know what their quirks were. So if you end up with, I don't know, one person whose thing is fire and one person's thing is throwing, if there's like a burn something far away, then that's like a perfect setup, right? But if you have like thermovision and like super empathy, like that's not gonna be
super
helpful.
Empathy.
Like
super empathy. That's class 1A power.
That, I mean, if you can like really get and like truly put yourself in someone else's shoes and like really like think the way they can, I can.
That would be a funny quirk called empathy, where you steal somebody's quirk and because you're putting yourself in their shoes. That would be a funny like.
That would be funny.
Or empath is the name of your villain, or something like that. You're like, I care about you so much, I'm taking your identity.
I'm walking a mile in your shoes, and then I'm gonna steal them.
You saw a bunch of different like pairings of people. Did you remember any of the groups that were together, or no? Cool. Well, we're gonna have to see more of them, but yeah, we'll see how long they can hold off. But the thing I was pointing out is they got away and they took down the villains in this case because of the sticky balls. But had they not had those, they might have just gotten out and at least gotten to escape. But like now they would know what their quirks are. Were they not trapped? So like how many of these people are gonna have a good shot on their first try, and then as the fight goes on, like experience might win out. I don't remember. It's funny, it's been a while, so I don't remember exactly how each group does, but
that's so fun. But it's like a closing picture where like the aspect, like the element of surprise and just like not being adjusted, that goes away really fast.
Yeah, so we'll see how it ends up turning out, but let's go to our final question. Final question. Question 3, Christian asks, this is a question for both of you. Given what you know about the students and their quirks, if you were in this situation and could choose characters that you would want to be separated with, who would you choose?
Okay, I feel like that's unintentionally a two-part question. Is that assuming we have a quirk or we don't? Is it asking
I think
which...
it's just us, just like real life, no quirk.
Who do we think is the person who by themselves stands the best chance?
Pretty much that's what it's asking, or who would be the best at defending you.
Interesting.
I think there's a clear answer
Sue.
For me. Really?
Yeah. Because she's just going to get you the fuck out. For Sue, it's like a practicality aspect. Like there are so many ways that you can use just basically like an extendable arm, like retractable, like tape measure situation. Whereas freezing everyone in place, that's obviously super powerful, and when it works, holy shit, it works. But if they figure out a way around it, like, I don't know, warming boots or something, obviously that's like a very simple, like oversimplification. But if you kind of only have like one trick.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that.
Oh, right, because they don't all have
called half cold, half hot.
Oh, okay. For me, I think someone who is able to think on their feet and has practice in situations where it's like, okay, change of plans. This isn't actually going to work. Now we need to figure out something else. That's going to fare a lot better than someone who has been like exclusively successful with this like one thing.
Interesting. We'll have to see who ends up being more effective or who's doing what. But that's about it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Are we excited for episode 11 of My Hero Academia?
Can't wait.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.